Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
Tonight we will recognize Coach Larry Harmon for over 3 decades of support of baseball in the Tupelo area. Coach Harmon served as the head baseball coach at Tupelo High School and has been a longtime supporter of 49er baseball. Now let it rip, Coach. What are you doing? This is what happens when y'all leave me in Tupelo. There you go. You're fine. I can video this for Twitter. Now, if you will, please rise, remove your headgear, and please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the nightcap here this evening in Tupelo, as it's going to be the Tupelo 49ers taking on the North Mississippi Indians, located in Amory, Mississippi. Adam Gore bringing this action. Is that pitch across for a strike? Your first pitch of the night coming your way at 8:09. It's an 8:09 opening pitch here between Tupelo and Amory. It's Oswalt on the hill here for the 49ers. First pitch goes for a strike. Ground ball fouled back off the netting, and it's now 0-2. This is Sheffield Anthony at the plate. He's playing in left field. Boo Robertson, the shortstop, and Luke Willard, the catcher, is due up here in the top of the first inning. This game does have a 2-hour drop-dead limit this evening, as that pitch missing high for a ball. We'll be joined here in a moment by Coach Harmon. We'll get him his headsets on here as he had the honor of throwing out the first pitch. As we are joined by Coach Larry Harmon. And Coach, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, well, that's going to be a strikeout of Anthony to start the game. Well, Coach Harmon, Man, you still got it. That was a strike all day, every day. Talk about how it felt to get that first pitch up there.
Oh, well, I tell you, I've been practicing for the last 3 days. I didn't want to go out there and embarrass myself, you know, and it felt good to be back on the mound. I tell you, McKinley is doing a great job with the Legion program and all the coaches, and it's all about the players, and I'm just so happy to be here tonight. I'm happy that we're playing baseball again, you know, with the pandemic and everything been going on. So it was a pleasure to be back out here tonight among the guys.
Absolutely, and I tell you, you got a good voice for the broadcast as well. This is Robertson at the plate right now. That pitch high for a ball, 2-0 is the count. Well, for those that are unfamiliar with you in this area, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you've done here for the 49ers as well as Tupelo High School.
Well, I've been in Tupelo since 1986. I came here as a head baseball coach and assistant football coach, Coach Ricky Black. He coached me in high school out in Kosciuszko. Awesome. So when he was athletic director and football coach here, and when Mr. Sammy Henderson, retired from coaching and got into private business, he called me and wanted me to come up, and it's been a great success ever since then. I've been football coach. I've moved on to administration. I've been assistant principal, and then I've been the director of transportation for the last 4 years. Awesome. So I had opportunity to spend a lot of time in Tupelo, develop some great relationship with people. All of the 49ers programs, even back when Steve Fleming was there, Kurt Preston, all those coaches, and now McKinley, you know, it's just a great relationship we have from high school baseball to Legion baseball.
Count is full now here to Robertson as we wait for the payoff pitch from Oswald. It's in there for a strike. Got him looking. Coach, I think he might have picked up a cue from you on that one. Looked like a good low pitch in the strike zone there.
You try to keep that ball down low. And, again, he did a great job of at the knees and a good fastball, So good location there on 3-2.
He's got 2 strikeouts now. This is Luke Willard, the catcher, that is coming to the plate here for the Indians. So you talk about your accolades there, and my mother worked in education. I work at ICC in the public relations department, but I know from my mom, who is retired now, and I know you're going to be the case as well, the accolades are good, all the good memories, but it's all the lives you had the ability to touch along the way. For me, to you, I say appreciate for all the positivity you've brought to the area, but just talk about that aspect of the job.
That's why we get into this business. So, like I said in the paper, that we all servants. Being a coach, you have an opportunity to impact the lives of a lot of young men and young women, back girls included. So that's the reason why we get in this business. The reason why I got in it because Coach helped me when I was in high school. So I feel like it was an opportunity to give back, and what greater way to do it is to get a ninth grader, freshman, and then you see him grow and develop. And when he's a senior, not only he's a better ball player, but he's a better person, And it's a good thing to know that you have impact in their lives. So that's the joy of it. I still see former players and former students, when they see me out, hey, Coach, I appreciate what you did, appreciate what you told me, and so that gives you a good feeling to know that you did have an impact in the lives of those young people. So I couldn't be more proud of Tupelo, and Tupelo's been good to me and my family, so I just want to give back to the community.
Absolutely. You're the same mindset. Just pay those blessings forward. 2-2 pitch coming. Oh, good-looking pitch, but maybe just a little bit too far inside for the umpire's liking. And, you talk about seeing former players. Talk about maybe some of your favorite memories through the years.
So many.
And you've got all night if you want to take all night.
Well, like I said, there are so many memories. I remember my first year here, my 1987 team. We probably were the best team in the state that year, but we didn't even get a chance to get in the playoffs that year.
Really?
We had, 9 seniors. And those guys really play. And to tell you how old I am, William Armstead was the pitcher on that team, and now his children are playing on this team, So we had so many great players on that team: Chauncey Godwin, Mike Gray, Brian Leathers, Greg Lipson, William Armstead, Patrick Howard. And it was that year, their year, because the year before they had they were supposed to go to the state, but that was the year they had all the with Pascagoula and all that. Yeah. So these guys were senior. They were looking forward to an opportunity to play for the state championship. But they changed the rules that year, and we didn't get a chance to go. But that was probably one of my fondest memories, my first year. And then, of course, the state championship teams that we had. with Dario Green and Nat Leathers and Kirk Presley and Mark Osborne and all those guys, Jay Scruggs. I can go on. I mean, that bunch there, they were the core. When they were freshmen, I told them they was going to do something special, and they did. So, and you just go on and on from there. Your Brad Henderson, your Bernie Hutchison, your Dario Green, Willie Gardner, those guys. Gary Enos, who's now, he coached here, and now he's the director of transportation after me. So there's so many great players. Mark Enos, his brother. I don't want to miss any names, because, there's so many great guys moving on down to Jonathan Bell and Reed Hawkins and Justin Bounds, and you just keep going on and on. And, I always said, great players make great coaches, and I've been blessed to have a lot of great players come through Tupelo, and the support from the parents and the administration, they gave us everything we need to have a top-notch program.
That pitch was fouled off. Count is full here to Gage Harrington, as we continue our conversation here with Coach Larry Harmon. You named off all those names, and of course some of them we've heard to go on, like Kirk, that went on to have a professional career. But I heard a lot of names that have become influential people in the community.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point. When you think about high school baseball, very few of these guys will go on to the next level, but you want to try to make better people out of these guys, and we've had doctors and lawyers come out of that class. I think of Harry Rayburn, I think of the late Tracy Hodges, who was Dennis, and Frank Hodges, who's been all those guys, so they may have not went on and been professional athletes and things like that, but they are great people here in our community, lawyers, doctors, other professionals, and so that's a great feeling when I see those guys, they hey, Coach, how you doing? Appreciate what you did. So the main goal is to have an impact in their lives in a positive way.
Yeah, those are bigger than championships all the time. Coach, you still got time to hang out with me a little bit more?
The championships are just icing on the cake. Right. You have to be. I've learned that in all the years. You have to be good. You also have to be lucky to win championships. Right. And we were fortunate to win 2. A lot of times people say we should have won more, but I would take the impacts that I had on the lives of those kids over 10 championships, because again, those things last forever, and that's what we've done with the program, and I see that these guys are continuing that right now.
Well, talk about this 49er team. It's a legacy. I mean, it's a staple of the community as well. What is this 49ers team and the people around it, the post-49 as well? What does that mean to you and the community?
Well, I think, again, it's always the 49ers traditionally have been one of the better Allegiant teams, not only in the state but in the region. They've won the state. They've gone to regionals, nationals. So it tells you that there's good baseball here in the North Mississippi.
Yes, very good.
You get a chance to get Tupelo student players, but you get Morrill, you get Pontotoc, you get all these guys, and you bring them together. And like I said, these coaches have done a good job of meshing these guys together, and they play well together. And like I say, this Legion program is known throughout the South because of great baseball.
And do you have any embarrassing stories on McKinley you can share?
No, McKinley, like I say, he's been a great guy. I was fortunate that he was able to be with us on the team and be around the team. And, he said he learned a lot from us, the way we ran things, and he's trying to do the same thing here, And the main thing is just being a positive role model for these kids.
Yes.
The wins and losses, they're icing on the cake. But it's good to see a young guy come in and develop into a young man, and then you see him out, and he's got a family, and he's taking care of them. And those are the things that you're most proud of.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, you good to hang around for another inning? You may have to go talk to some folks. You want to hang around a little bit more?
I got to go with my wife.
I know you got family stuff.
I appreciate you.
Sir.
I listen to you a lot over there at ICC, and you're doing a great job with them. And I just appreciate you opportunity to just come and be here tonight again. It's good to be out of the house.
Yes, it is. Watching some baseball.
We still want to continue to pray for our country, pray for our people that are being affected by this virus, and we just, try to be as safe as you possibly can.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, on part of everyone that's watching and had a chance, thank you for being that positive light we needed in North Mississippi and all the positive influence you've given us.
Appreciate you, Adam. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
And that's Coach Larry Harmon taking time out to talk to us tonight. And I'll tell you what, I don't want to face him with 3-2 on the line because he'll strike me out looking. So appreciate you, Coach Harmon. Take care. So back to action now here as we move to the bottom of the first inning here, as this is Seth Ganger on the hill now here. He'll be greeted by Max Scruggs, J.W. Armistead, and Conor Davis here in the bottom of the first inning. It's scoreless. It was a ground out to the second baseman to Harrington to end the previous inning. Count now goes 1-1 here to Max Scruggs, the center fielder. So Scruggs is going to dig in here. That pitch missing a little bit low and outside for a ball. 2-1 now goes the count. Well, the humidity has gone down this weekend, and it's an absolute beautiful night for baseball here at Golden Wave Stadium. Temperatures not too bad, not muggy is the key thing. As it's been 3 ball games today, and this is the nightcap. There'll be 2 games tomorrow. As that pitch just misses the outside corner for a ball. Now, we will not have a broadcast tomorrow. Unfortunately, I've got conflicts with work that has come up, so we do encourage you to come out to the ballpark. As that pitch just missing outside, and that's going to be a leadoff walk to Scruggs. So Ganger trying to get that corner, couldn't quite get there, and Max Scruggs doing Max Scruggs things as he draws the leadoff walk. And so now this will be J.W. Armistead, the left fielder, at the plate now with no outs and a runner over at first base. Ganger on the hill. That pitch in the dirt gets away, will allow the runner to take second. He's going to look at possibly going to third, but can't get there, so he'll stay there at second base. No score here in the bottom of the first inning between the North Mississippi Indians and Tupelo 49ers. Try to give you the schedule for tomorrow, as it's a doubleheader. I just got to look up gotten too many text messages between now and last time I talked to Mac. There we go. All right, so Saturday's schedule looks like this. 10:30 in the morning, it'll be Pontotoc versus this North Mississippi Indian squad. Then at 1 o'clock, it'll be Tupelo versus Tuscaloosa. And at 3:30, again, it'll be Tupelo versus Tuscaloosa. So that'll be back-to-back games there between Tupelo and Tuscaloosa, who I believe Pontotoc picked up the win earlier before this one. So the count now is 1-0 after that brief meeting at the mound. Runner at second after the wild pitch. That one looks like, again, maybe just crossed up the call between the the catcher and the pitcher, as that one jammed him up that time. He was trying to go outside with it. Ball came back inside and maybe bounced off his forearm. Runner will advance on the pass ball. And so now Tupelo has an opportunity to get on the board here early. No outs. Runner at third base. 2-0 is the count here for Armistead. Conor Davis, the shortstop, is on deck. J.W. playing out in left field this evening. So 2-0 is the count here on Armistead. Runner at third base, waiting the pitch here from Ganger. That pitch hangs up high for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. Well, we do appreciate Coach Larry Harmon spending the top part of the inning with us. He threw out that first pitch tonight, threw out a nice first pitch as well. That pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count, as Armistead was taking the whole way that time. So 3-1 pitch coming. This one lifted left side. Left fielder's going to go back, and it is gone. A 2-run home run off the bat of J.W. Armistead, and that was on a rope. Didn't know if it would have enough to get out of here, but snuck out of the ballpark, and Tupelo takes a 2-0 advantage. Let's go back and look at that one on the instant replay, as that one off the bat was on a rope and was able to get out of the ballpark. So 2-0 now is the lead in favor of Tupelo. Still no outs. And this is going to be Conor Davis coming to the plate. So Davis is going to dig in. He's playing shortstop. That pitch in the dirt gets away. North Mississippi does have somebody getting loose in the bullpen. I'm just going to refer to them as Amory because that's where they're based out of. It's just kind of difficult to keep referring to them as North Mississippi. So 1-0 is the count here to Conor Davis. Davis rips it right back up the middle, and that'll go for a single for Davis. Nice piece of hitting there for Davis as he just went with the pitch, put it out there between the gap, and was able to get that single. And so now with still no outs in the inning, Jack Ketchum, the right fielder, will come to the plate. So Ketchum will dig in, runner at first base, no outs. Ganger still on the hill here for the Indians. Davis gets a small lead. Fastball in there for a strike. Nice job by Ganger coming back and putting that one over the heart of the plate there. It was a 2-run home run by J.W. Armistead that has given Tupelo this 2-0 advantage. Still no outs. 0-1 is the count here to Ketchum. That pitch high and inside. Throw down. It's going to be in time. Beautiful throw. As that was just a rocket. Had him dead to right at second base. Got a good jump. That was just a cannon of a throw. And so Davis picked off on the play, first out of the inning. Erases Davis from the base pass, and now Ketchum working with a 1-1 count. So waiting the 1-1 offering here, as this is going to be in the dirt for a ball. So now the count goes 2-1 here to Ketchum. Stone Collier is on deck. Then Davis Oswalt will be in the hole. Oswalt getting the nod on the mound here in the nightcap. Fouled this one off down the third base line, going to the dugout. So now the count will even up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here for the 49ers. So waiting the pitch here from Ganger, who has settled down pretty well after giving up that 2-run home run, then a single. He's doing a good job of, doing a good job of locating with that breaking pitch. The umpire said it was just a little bit too outside. Looked pretty good from my point of view, but I'm not wearing blue. 3-2 now is the count here to Ketchum. So Ganger's going to have to find the zone here. This one fouled back, and nice location there. Even if he was able to get contact on the ball, wouldn't be able to do much with it, as that one fouled straight back to the backstop, and now the count will stay at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning, 2-0 Tupelo with the lead thanks to a 2-run home run by J.W. Armistead. 3-2 pitch coming again. This one fouled back, so we got a heck of a battle going here between Ganger and Ketchum. Ganger trying to find the second out of the inning. Ketchum trying to keep these bats going here. Davis was caught trying to steal on a very impressive throw from Luke Willard. Had him dead to rights at second. So wait for the payoff pitch here. That one misses low for a ball. Second walk of the inning here, as Scruggs led the inning off with a walk, eventually came around to score part of that 2-run home run. And so now with a runner at first, this is going to be the third baseman, Stone Collier, coming to the plate. Looks like whoever was warming up in the bullpen for the Indians is ready to go as he's coming back down towards the dugout. So 1 out, runner at first, Stone Collier at the plate. Small lead over there by Davis as that pitch missing for a ball. Sun continuing to set here in Tupelo. Get a beautiful view of the sun as it sets here from the ballpark. Not so much when it's above the tree line. It is wicked. So 1-0 is the count. Collier pops this one, but fouls it off to the right side. It's going to get out of play. 1-1 now is the count. Let's look at the dimensions of the field here. You've got 310 down the line, 345 to the gap, and 375 to dead center. The wind is calm tonight. It's been blowing pretty hefty the first few games that we've called over the past few days, but tonight is pretty still. So 1-1 is the count. Curveball and a beauty as it broke late, clipped the corner of the plate, and now 1-2 is the count to Stone Collier. Good crowd out again tonight. Once again, everybody practicing those social distancing rules. 1-2 pitch coming and just missing that outside corner. Good patience that time by Collier. Really, Ganger has been going for that outside corner, not getting it that often, but the inside corner has been there for the home plate umpire. So you kind of got to figure that out early, start to adjust to where his strike zone is, and then maybe occasionally try to spread it out a little bit more by going for that corner. And he does come inside that time and jams up Collier with a high fastball as Collier will go down swinging for a strike. So now there's 2 outs in the inning, and this will be the pitcher, David Oswalt, coming to the plate. Oswalt will dig in with a runner at first, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first inning, and Tupelo leading 2-0. That pitch missing outside. Nice job that time by Willard, blocking that one up to keep it in front of him and keep the runner at first base. So 1-0 is the count here to Oswalt. Oswalt got off to a pretty good start. He got a pair of strikeouts, walked one, then a ground ball to second to end the inning. As that ball in dirt again blocked up nicely one more time by Willard. Willard's been active here in the bottom of the first inning. And he's also taking a pitch off his forearm as well. So very active, very physical bottom of the first inning here for the catcher. Runner at first, taking a small lead. Ganger checks him, now delivers. Ground ball, it's going to be a foul ball down the first base line. And so now the count will go 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs here to Davis Oswalt. Oswalt would love to help his cause here with a base hit. He's already got help from a 2-run home run by J.W. Armistead. That's the difference in the game right now. Beautiful pitch right down the middle, evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at first base. So Oswalt waiting for this one. Ganger off speed, but hangs it up just a little bit too high for a ball. Now the count goes full at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner goes, pitches outside for a ball. So the third walk of the inning here, and now this is going to be Zach Gann. But we may have a brief meeting of the mound here as the coach will make his way out to the mound here to talk to Ganger. I'm going to step away. Well, not much of a conversation there as he just basically went out, tried to get Ganger refocused and just get him settled down a little bit, as that was the third walk of the inning. He's given up 2 hits. He does have a strikeout. One of the outs coming on a great throw by Luke Willard to pick off the runner trying to go to second. So now this is going to be Zach Gann, the second baseman, coming to the plate. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Tupelo with the lead. Ganger's fastball nicely done on that outside corner. Over for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. So waiting this pitch here as he's got runners at first and second. Breaking pitch just falls a little bit too low. He's doing a good job of mixing up his pitches, just not quite finding that zone that the home plate umpire is looking for today. As I said, he's been money on the inside part of the plate. Outside has been hit or miss, and that pitch gets away as it's in the dirt. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. Willard tried to block it up with his leg, but it's almost one of those that when it hit the ground, it just didn't bounce. It just kept scooting forward. Home plate umpires want to call time and come up and brush the plate off. Actually make the plate a little worse than it was now, as tried to brush it off with his foot. So now he's going to come up and clean it off a little bit more. It actually was cleaner before he brushed it off. So I don't know if he just would give the catcher an opportunity to kind of catch his breath there. 2-1 now is the count. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. RBI opportunity here for Zach Gann. Gann, takes a big healthy swing there, but comes up empty. 2-2 now is the count to Gann from Ganger. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And that one missing outside for a ball. Count goes full. Couldn't get him to chase one. Good eye on the part of Gann that time. So full count once again. Waiting for that payoff pitch. This one foul back out, and this one probably will get to the highway. So 3-2 is the count. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice job by Ganger coming back and getting out of the jam there, getting Zach Gann for the strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning. We played 1, and it was a 2-run home run by J.W. Armistead. That's the difference in the game. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll step away and come back with the top of the second, where to be Carnes, Atkins, and Cartwright due up for the Indians. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we've got the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for the Indians. It's going to be John Robert Carnes, the first baseman, Adam Atkins, the second baseman, and Lucas Cartwright due up here in the top of the second. 2-0 is the score. Tupelo with the lead thanks to a 2-run home run off the bat of J.W. Armistead in the bottom of the first. Oswalt still on the hill here for the 49ers. That pitch high and inside, missing for a ball. Pretty effective first outing. He did walk 1, did get 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging, and he also got a ground out to second. Carnes playing over at first base, swings at that one, misses. 1-1 now is the count. 49ers looking to rebound from their 6-3 loss in Game 2 to Pontotoc last night. They picked up the win 12-0 in 5 innings in the first game. A nice bounce back by the Red Sox to split that one. High fly ball right side. Right fielder's going to jog over and makes the play. A diving effort there to reel that one in for the out. Wind may have just shifted a little bit that time. You see it not really blowing that much. Just one of those tough, long-ranging plays he was able to get out there and make it, as that was Jack Ketchum making the play. Fitting last name there. So with one out now, this will bring up Adam Atkins, the second baseman, his first at-bat of the night. And he's going to swing on the first pitch he sees. Line drive out to center field. Does he catch it? No. Diving effort in and out of the gloves there, so that'll go for the first hit of the night for the Indians. And now this will bring up Lucas Cartwright, the third baseman. Well, we're starting to see the Indians be a little bit more aggressive in their at-bats here, going after these early pitches. As Carnes swung at the third pitch. That was the first pitch single hit by Atkins, and there's Cartwright now taking a healthy chop at the first pitch he sees. Comes up empty for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. There is one out here in the top of the second. A runner over at first base. That's Atkins, who singled to center field. So Cartwright, who's playing third base, trying to spark the bats here. Oswalt comes in with a nice high fastball. Gets the strike. 0-2 now is the count. Ethan Carnes is on deck. He's the DH this evening. 0-2 pitch coming. Oswalt fouls this one right back into your living room. 0-2 now. Stays the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. There is a runner at first base. Cartwright trying to find a way to put the bat on the ball here as he's in the hole. 0-2. And that pitch just missing low for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Not a bad spot to miss if you're Oswalt. He's going fastball high, fastball in. Went outside, see if he couldn't get him to chase something low in the zone that time, but a good eye and good patience on the part of Cartwright to hold off on that pitch. 1-2 is the count. That time got him a little off speed ahead of that one, and first base is not open, so that'll go for a strikeout. Third strikeout of the night for Oswalt, as now the DH, Ethan Carnes, will come to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at first. Do appreciate Coach Larry Harmon coming by and talking to us for a little while, as he was honored with the first pitch being thrown out tonight and a plaque for his support of 49er baseball, as that ball gets away and the runner scampers over to second. So Atkins now moves into scoring position. Home plate umpire having a little bit of a tough night tonight with the plate. I don't know if the paint dried enough before the game, as it is covered up pretty nicely out there. 1-0 is the count here to Ethan Carnes. Kyle Church, the center fielder, is on deck. That pitch goes high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. So tying run at the plate here for the Indians. .2-0 is the count. 2 outs here in the inning. Fastball, couldn't catch up with that one. Good location on the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now is the count. Carnes pulling his head out of that one. Trying to see how far he can hit that one. Runner at second. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-0, Tupelo with the lead. We're in the top of the second with 2 outs. That pitch missing low. Runner thought about going. Now the snap throw back down is not in time, and ouch. Adam Atkins paid for that one as the tag came around and didn't mean to do it, but a pretty strong tag to the face that time as he tried to quickly spin around with the tag. 3-1 is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs as this pitch popped up. Catcher dancing around, and it's going to come up and not make the play, and smart baseball there on the part of Adam Atkins. Ran that one out. It was a tough ball that you saw the catcher just could not find at that time. So E2 on the play allows the run to score. And so that'll bring up Kyle Church now. So smart baseball there by Adam Atkins as he kept running around the bases and nobody covering home, so he knew he could come on home in case the catch was made. Really wouldn't have done any difference. But nobody covering home, so he had the easy score there. 2-1 now is the count. We've seen that a few times throughout this day, especially a couple of times in the Tuscaloosa game. These pop-ups have been tricky this evening. Don't know if the wind is blowing a little bit higher, maybe above the lights. Not a lot of movement in the trees or the flag out in center field. But they're just not been able to locate these Major League pop-ups. As 2-0 is the count here to Church. Big swing and a miss there. 2-1 now is the count. Tying run is at first base. That's Carnes, who reached when the catcher just could not reel in that pop-up in front of home plate. Probably one of those coaching opportunities where when you let that ball have a chance to go to the pitcher there when he's running in on the play, it's a little bit more distance to find the ball. Check swing, ball's fouled back out of play. 2-2 now is the count. Two balls, two strikes, and 2 outs. Top of the second. 2-1 is the score. Oswalt looking for the exit here. Church trying to extend this inning. Oswalt finally getting the pitch he likes. Swing. Did he say? He said he went. Okay. Strike 3. That will end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the second, where it'll be Davis, Hardwood, and Shackelford due up. Tupelo leading 2-1. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set now to move to the bottom of the second inning. Cade Davis will lead us off here. He's playing first base. Gabe Harwood will be the EH tonight. And Reed Shackelford will round up the battery due up this time. He's catching, by the way. So 2-1 is the score. Curveball, and Davis wears it as he'll head down to first base. Heads up base running on the part of Adam Atkins after an error was dropped with 2 outs in the inning. He scored from second on a ball that barely got into the grass. So now the EH, Gabe Hardwood, will come up with no outs And a runner over at first in Davis, who was hit by the first pitch of the inning. Fastball outside. Nice stretch across his body. Been impressed with Luke Willard tonight. He's shown off a pretty strong arm. He's been very active behind the plate. Only let a few of them get by him so far, so Willard looking pretty sharp back there. First pitch going for a ball. Second one following suit. Snap throw down to first, then it gets away. Well, that one's on me, Luke. I bragged on you for a second, and I jinxed you, so I apologize, as the runner will head over to second after the throw got away from the first baseman. So now 2-0 is the count here to Harwood. Runner in scoring position here. Tupelo would like to get that run back here in the bottom of the second. That pitch in the dirt blocked up nicely by Willard. 3-0 now is the count. 3 balls, no strikes, and no outs. There's a runner at second after Davis was hit by a pitch and then head over to second on the errant throw down the line. That pitch outside corner and looked to be a little outside, but the home plate umpire with a 3-0 count, extending that strike zone a little bit. 3-1 now goes the count here to Harwood. Runner at second gets his lead, now kind of trips back a little bit. This pitch fouled back off the netting. 3-2 now will go the count. Nice job by Ganger to come back and force the count to go full after falling in a 3-0 hole here. See if he can find a way to win the battle, get that first out of the inning. Harwood, however, wants to get these bats fired up for the Niners. That ball in the dirt will be ball 4. So a hit batter and then a walk issued here to start the inning, and this will bring up Reed Shackelford, who is catching. So we'll come out and talk to his pitcher here as Shackelford makes his way up to the mound. Got a couple of guys warming up now for the Indians. I don't know if this might be more of a kind of a stall tactic. They had somebody warm up earlier, came to the back to the dugout after warming up a little bit, and now I've got some more guys, a couple of guys out there warming up. Shackelford, you know, he'd like to push across a run here after that ball got away from him on the pop-up in front of the plate, just to get that run back from the top half of the inning. 2-1 is your score. No outs. Runners on first and second, bottom of the second, as that pitch just missing outside. Looked like the same pitch that he called a strike earlier with a 3-0 count. And Ganger kind of just a little flustered after not getting the call there. Kind of just a glare, but a long look back at the home plate umpire as that pitch across at the knees for the strike. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second. And this one hit on a rope to left field. Left fielder, though, is going to be able to camp underneath it, and the runners will have to stay put. Well, that one sounded good off the bat. Just left fielder in the right spot at the right time to reel that one in for out number 1. So we'll head back to the top of the lineup here where Max Scruggs will be at the bat. He walked, scored a run, part of that 2-run bottom of the first for the 49ers. So he'll dig in with 1 out and runners on first and second. That pitch missing outside for a ball. Not a very fast-paced ball game here. Started at 8:09. If they're sticking with that 2-hour time limit, an hour of it's almost up. What a play. Throw over to second in time. Can they turn 2? No. Beautiful effort there by the shortstop. Let's go back and look at that one on the replay. He had to go down, fell, got it, threw from his backside, got the runner at second, almost turned 2, so that'll be a fielder's choice. 6-4 on the putout of Harwood. Davis does advance to third on the play. Now there's 2 outs. Boy, a great defensive effort there that time by Robertson. And now this is Armistead. Well, Armistead, he's already showed he's got some pop in his bat. He hit a 2-run home run the last time he was at the plate. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. That first pitch across for a strike. Breaking pitch went with it. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's going to be foul. Foul by about 3 yards that time as it was slicing. Thought for a second. Had a chance to stay fair, but break there for the Indians as that one quickly looked like my tee shot. Sliced and got out of play. So 0-2 now is the count here to J.W. Armistead, the left fielder. That's where he sent his last hit. The ballpark wasn't big enough to hold it, though. 0-2 is the count. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the second, 2-1, Tupelo with the lead. This pitch, carbon copy of the other, a little bit more foul down the line this time. Nice job finding a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive here by Armistead. Conor Davis is on deck. He singled what was picked off trying to steal second. So 0-2 is the count. Ganger looking for the exit here. Curveball, not a bad spot to miss that time. Couldn't get him to chase one. 1-2 is the count. If you're going to miss on a curveball, that's where you want to miss, low and inside. See if you can't get them to chase it. Even if they are able to make contact, it's not going to be anything but a foul ball. So 1-2 now will stay the count. 2 outs here in the inning. This pitch inside, jammed him. Ball's going to be back and out of play. And so we'll stay at 1-2. Again, remind you, baseball starts tomorrow, 10:30 in the morning. As the same North Mississippi Indians will be in action against Pontotoc. And then Tupelo will have back-to-back games against Tuscaloosa. Those games will not be broadcast tomorrow. As there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice job by Ganger coming back and getting the strikeout and getting out of the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We played 2 in Tupelo. Back with more right after this. And welcome back now as we move to the top of the third inning. Back to the top of the lineup here for Amory. As it's going to be Sheffield Anthony, the left fielder. Boo Robertson and Luke Willard due up here. Anthony struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. Swings on the first pitch he sees and blisters that one down the third baseline. This is going to go for extra bases. As the ball bouncing off the fence, had a little bit of trouble finding it, but that'll start a nice start to the inning there with a double down the line there for Anthony. Again, we're starting to see the Indians get a little bit more aggressive early in these at-bats as Oswalt likes to fill up the zone early. It's been pretty consistent on filling up the zone early in the counts, as now Robertson, the shortstop who struck out looking, will come to the plate. Tying run now in scoring position here in the top of the third. Robertson at the plate. Willard is on deck. Harrington in the hole. Breaking pitch, just a little bit too inside that time as Robertson turned on it, thinking it might try to hit him, but did not. 1-0 is the count now here to Robertson. This pitch popped up, out of play, strike one. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. There's a runner at second. That is Sheffield Anthony, who started the inning off with a double off the first pitch he saw. So 1-1 now is the count here to Robertson. Fastball up high. Good job by Shackelford. Get a glove on that one as the runner was thinking about going from second to third, thinking it had gotten away, but Shackelford was there to hang on to it. 2-1 is the count. That's also the score. And that's going to be a fair ball down the line again. They're going to try to score the run from second. They will not. And so that's going to go for a single. So back-to-back hits now, and the Indians starting to figure things out. Both of those hits have stayed in fair territory down the third baseline. So with no outs, runners on the corners now here for the Indians. This is going to be the catcher, Luke Willard, who walked in his first plate appearance. That pitch missing. Ball gets away. Runner will go to second. So now both runners in scoring position here for the Indians. Can the Indians spark the bats here? No outs in the inning. 1-0 is the count here to Willard. Oswald going to have to kind of settle down here a little bit and throw some strikes and find some outs. And that's a good pitch right there to do it, as Willard was bailing out on the pitch. It turned over and fell in the strike zone for strike one. 1-1 now is the count. No outs in the inning. Runners on second and third. Each team with 3 hits. Oh, and that one is going to hit Willard. Fastball that ran in on him that time, and that one, scary moment there. I think he kind of took it off the shoulder. He will get a courtesy runner coming in here. As that's going to be number 1 coming in to run. As that's Peyton Woods coming in to run. So Woods entering as a courtesy runner. And this is going to be Gage Harrington coming to the plate after a short meeting on the mound here for the 49ers, trying to get Oswald to kind of just settle down here. As now bases are loaded and no outs here. Indians want to see if they can get the merry-go-round spinning here. Harrington in his previous at bat, grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning. So you know he's wanting to redeem himself here. No outs in the inning. Bases full of Indians. That pitch drifts outside for a ball. So prime opportunity here for the North Mississippi Indians to possibly tie this game up, maybe even take their first lead of the evening. That pitch missing outside. Oswald wanting that one called and just can't quite find that corner right now, at least not to the umpire's liking. 2-0 fastball right down the middle, couldn't catch up with it. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs here. Bases loaded for the Indians. This pitch flared back off the netting and evens up the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bases loaded. 2-1. Tupelo nursing a lead here in the top of the third inning. Oswalt would love to find a strikeout here just to get a little bit of breathing room. However, Harrington wanting to spark the bats here in the third. Swings on this one. Shallow, center fielder's going to have to run up, makes the diving catch. They're going to try to tag the run, and the throw is well up the line. So that will turn into a sacrifice fly, and we've got a tie ball game. Productive out there for Harrington. Great play out in center field. As that'll go for a sacrifice fly and RBI for Harrington, and Anthony will come around to score. That was impressive there, as Scruggs covered a lot of ground. You see him standing out there in center field, basically around on the other side of where the shortstop is, about 3 lengths of the net, if you will, from there. So made a heck of a haul. Tried to throw it as he was getting up. That throw was a little bit wild. I don't know if even if he would have had to throw on time, if he would have been able to get him. As they checked the run at third, they said he did tag. So 2-2 now is the score. As Oswalt loses his balance after that pitch and swung on and missed there, as this is John Robert Carnes, the first baseman. Carnes flew out to right field in his first at bat of the day. There is one out now. 0-1 is the count here to Carnes. Carnes just didn't really want anything of that pitch, and his last 2 swings looks like he just really isn't dialed in right now. So get Carnes take a step out of the box and refocus here. 0-2 is the count. Oswalt looking for out number 2, runners at second and third. That pitch outside for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss, especially after the last 2 pitches that Carnes went after. Good eye, though, on the part of Carnes to hold off on that one. 1 ball, 2 strike, and 1 out. Runners at second and third. Go ahead and run now and score. Both of them are in scoring position. There's a big-time strikeout there. Second out of the inning as Carnes goes down swinging. And now this will be Adam Atkins, the second baseman, scheduled up. He had a single, scored a run. Heads up base running by Atkins. When he did score that run, as I said, the ball was popped up maybe 2 or 3 foot in on the grass, and neither the catcher or the pitcher could find it. Bounced off the tip of the glove of the catcher. Atkins running a whole way with 2 outs from second base and scores. That was just a headsy play on his part, as that swing and a miss by Atkins makes it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And swing and a miss actually says got a piece of it there. 0-2 now is the count. Oswalt trying to battle back here. He got a sacrifice fly for out number 1, then a strikeout for out number 2. Trying to close the door and limit the damage done here in the top of the third. Swinging and a miss for strike 3. Nice job settling down and coming back and getting back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. So you get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the third with a 2-2 contest. It'll be Davis, Ketchum, and Collier due up here for the Niners. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it be the 3-4-5 batters due up. Conor Davis, Jack Ketchum, and Stone Collier here for the Niners. So sacrifice fly in the top half of the inning. We've got a 2-2 contest as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Ganger still on the mound here. He's been crafty tonight. He hasn't had his best stuff, but he's found outs when he needs them. And other than a 2-run home run, has pitched pretty well around some trouble. And that one going to get away from him. I jinxed him there. His second hit batter of the night. He hit Gage Davis, now hitting Conor Davis. I don't know if he's got something against the Davis family, but he's hit them both tonight. Of course, I kid saying that. So now this will bring up Jack Ketchum to the plate. So Ketchum walked in his previous at-bat, was left stranded. It's actually left stranded in scoring position. 2-2 is the score, bottom of the third inning. This pitch popped up, back and out of play, going to get to the highway. Didn't hear any horns or screeching tires, so I assume it got by safely. 0-1 is the count now here to Ketchum. Collier's on deck, Oswalt in the hole here, so heart of the lineup for the Niners. That pitch drifts outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Ketchum. Well, again, there will be no broadcast of tomorrow's ball games for the 49ers. And I believe they're on the road all week next week, so you might make sure you follow Tupelo 49ers on Twitter to find out the next time they'll be playing or their next home games. You can follow me as well if you want to. Not really a whole lot of anything exciting that I tweet about. Retweet a lot of ICC stuff. If I find something funny, as there's a shot to the gap, and this is going to be trouble. It's down. It's going to go for extra bases, and it should score a run. Bobbled around on the wall, and this is going to be a double, one-run double there, and a big-time hit for Ketchum. So Ketchum gives Tupelo the 3-2 lead. Now this will be Stone Collier, and that might do it for Ganger on the evening, as the coach is going to come out and talk to him there. And that is going to do it. We'll have a pitching change, so we're going to step away and come back with a new pitcher right after this on 49er Baseball. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the new pitcher, couldn't read the name very well, but it looks like James Clay McGregor is taking over on the hill here. A little conversation between him and his catcher right now. He'll be greeted by Stone Collier. Stone struck out swinging in his first at bat. That was for the second out of the first inning. 3-2. Tupelo with the lead. Runner at second. That is Ketchum, who drove in Conor Davis, and that pitch across for a strike. So for Tupelo, it was 2 runs in the bottom of the first, a 2-run home run by J.W. Armistead. The Indians, they answered with a solo run in the top of the second after heads-up base running by Adam Atkins on an error. He scored from second with 2 outs in the inning. Tupelo went scoreless in the bottom half, and then tie contest after a sacrifice fly by Harrington scored Anthony, who doubled to start the inning. This pitch fouled back and out of play. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at second. Collier is at the plate. Or excuse me, 1-2 now is the count after that foul ball. Curveball hangs up and nearly hits Collier that time. Bails out. 2-2 now is the count. Davis Oswalt on deck for the 49ers. Do want to say a special thank you to Coach Larry Harmon for taking time to talk with us there in the first inning as Collier jammed on this one, popped it up, but it's going to be trouble. Center fielder coming on and makes the play. Heck of an effort out there in center field as he had a long way to go to catch that one as Kyle Church reels that one in. Thought for a second it might have a chance to drop that time, but hung up probably about a step or two too many, but that was Church showing off some pretty good speed out there in center field. So now this will be Davis Oswalt. Oswalt walked in his previous at-bat. 1 out, and there's a runner at second as a curveball missing inside. Ball 1. Gregor on the hill here. Checks the runner. Now delivers. Fastball missing low. 2-0 now is the count. It's 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here. And the fake throw back to second, nobody there covering. 2-0 is the count now here to Oswalt. Pitch on its way. Nice frame job, but missing a little bit too much outside. 3-0 now is the count. That's Ketchum at second. He doubled in a run to give Tupelo the 3-2 advantage here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 out, Oswalt with a 3-0 count. And he walks. Second time he's walked this evening. And now this will be Zach Gann coming to the plate. So Gann struck out to end the first. He'll dig in with only 1 out and runners at first and second here. This pitch swung on and missed, laid on that one, but took a healthy chop. Did Gann. 0-1 is the count. A very methodical pace to this ball game. Polite way of saying it's not moving very fast. This pitch fouled back. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. There's a jam job, but fought it off nicely with the single out to left field. They're going to ask the runner to score from second. The throw will be cut off. Throw to second is in time, but the run does score. So that will go for a single to score Ketchum. Oswalt retired 7-5-6. RBI opportunity there for Gann. And so Gann gets the RBI with the single to left, and now Cade Davis, who was hit by a pitch, will dig in here. Great, though, smart play by the third baseman to cut that one off and had the wherewithal to quickly throw that one over to second. If he hesitates for a split second, he's safe, but instead makes the play. High fly ball to the gap out in center field. Center fielder, right fielder coming on, and the right fielder calls him off at the last second to collect the out. So the Niners score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 4-2 Tupelo as we head to the 4th. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the top of the 4th inning, as this will be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Lucas Cartwright, Ethan Carnes, and Kyle Church. Hard hit ball. That's going to go for a single. So the Indians' bats are starting to fire up a little bit. The only problem is every time they get hot, Tupelo seems to have an answer so far here in the nightcap. As this is going to be the DH, Ethan Carnes. He reached on an error that allowed Adam Atkins to come around to score. That was back in the 2nd inning. That pitch high and inside for a ball. Like a new pitcher in the game, but I can't really pick up his number. They have the small numbers basically in the bend of their neck, and kind of looks like 7. And if it is, it's Bowen Carlock, as there's a shot out to right field. He gets to the gap, and this should score a run as bobbled around a little bit. Now they're going to relay it in. They're going to ask him to score from third. No, it will not, as they're going to hold him up. And probably a smart play, as that relay was a little bit better in that time. The cutoff guy had quickly turned around to get set to throw that one. And that is Carlock now on the hill here. And so Carlock replacing Oswalt, as that'll be a double. And so now this will be Kyle Church, who is struck out. That was to end the 2nd in his first at bat. That pitch across for a strike from Carlock. 4-2 with the tying run at second base. No outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Back and forth we go in this one. Anything you can do, I can do better so far in this contest. Fastball paints that outside corner for strike 2. Like Church didn't necessarily like that call. So he kind of walked across the plate and stood there for a second. We're waiting the 0-2 offering here from Carlock. And that one blistered. Center fielder couldn't find it to come up on the ball, and that'll be an RBI single. Nice job. Back-to-back-to-back hits now for the Indians. Out of the 7, 8, 9 hitters, we go back to the top of the lineup, and Anthony, who had a double in his previous at-bat, and now it's 4-3 with a tying run at third, and Anthony coming to the plate. And Anthony doubled, scored a run in his previous at-bat, struck out swinging in his first at-bat of the afternoon. Swings on the first pitch he sees, and this one off the fist, and it's going to drop, and the tying run will score. So when it rains, it pours, and right now is pouring on the Niners as everything going the way of the Indians here. That pitch just off the fist, had enough of it to get over the head of the first baseman, stayed fair, and that's going to be an RBI single, and we're tied. 4-4 now is your score, as Carnes comes across the score. Runners at first and second. Still no outs here in the inning, and this is Robertson at the plate. Robertson swings on the first pitch he sees. Right fielder dancing around, finds it, and will reel it in. Runners cannot advance, so one out there. First out of the inning after 4 consecutive hits off the bats of the Indians. And so now with runners at first and second, one out in the inning, this is going to be Luke Willard coming to the plate. No official at bat today. He does have 2 plate appearances. He was hit by a pitch. He also walked. He was replaced on the bases with the courtesy runner Peyton Woods when he got on there in the third, and Woods was left stranded. 2 runs so far in the inning. 4-4 is the score. Pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time. Runners can't advance. Shackelford behind the plate. So 4-4 is the score. 7 hits so far here for the Indians, 5 for the Niners. 1 error tonight, and it belongs to Tupelo. Fastball in the dirt, blocked up again by Shackelford. May have been a little miscommunication on the pitch there as Shackelford kind of looking back at his pitcher Carlock and communicating a little bit. 2-0 now is the count here to Willard, who has been pretty active behind the plate as that pitch high for a ball. Talked about it. He's played solid behind the plate. Made 1 error, and I jinxed him on that one, talking good about him when he sort of short hopped the pickoff move to first and ended up in right field. So that was on me. That pitch there across for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. Nice job by Carlock coming back with the 3-0 count to find the zone here. 3-1 now is the count. See if they keep the red light on here for Willard. And he thought about going for it. That one called a strike. 3-2 now is the count. So after letting those 2 pitches by, Willard's going to have to choke up here and guard the dish. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. 4-4 contest here in the top of the 4th. And there's ball 4. So another free pass issued to Luke Willard, his 2nd walk of the day. He's earned his way on each time. And again, we'll have a courtesy runner coming in here. Peyton Woods will come in. And now this is going to be Gage Harrington. Harrington had a sacrifice fly to center field. We call it left center. The center fielder recorded the out after a long run into left field, shallow left field, I should say. He's also grounded out to second. Swing on the first pitch he saw, foul back off the netting for strike one. He grounded out 4-3 to end the first. If you're a 49er fan, you would love to see that for a potential double play to end the inning. 0-1 is the count. If Harrington was to find his way on, J.R. Carnes would be up next for the Indians. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second here for the Indians. They've scored 2 so far this inning to tie us up at 4. That pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. As Carlock trying to dial back in here, see if he can find the zone. That pitch clips the corner of the plate for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. Go-ahead run is at second base. The reason why I say that's important right now, if they are sticking with the 2-hour time limit, we're about 30 minutes away from that time limit coming up. As he fouls this one off, it's going to get out of play. We'll stay at 2-2. I don't know with the nightcap if they elect to stay with that 2-hour, what they call drop dead limit, which means as soon as the play is over and after the clock hits 2 hours, that's ball game, no matter the situation. Fastball missing low. 3-2 now is the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This one foul back off the netting. Will stay at 3-2. Nice job there by Harrington to find a piece of that one. Borderline pitch. Could have been called a strike, could have been called ball 4, depending on what the umpire wanted to call there. It's one of those 50-50 balls that Harrington swung at, found a piece of, and keeping the at-bat alive here. Payoff pitch. Grounder. Shortstop has to back up. There's one. Can they get 2? No, they will not. And the run will score. So an RBI ground out on the fielder's choice. You've got an argument. I don't know what the rule is in American Legion, but you've got an argument that there could have been interference as he slid into the second baseman there to break up the play. I know they're trying to take that out of baseball, but I think it's a part of the game. No argument to come out there. 2 outs now, and this is Carnes at the plate. Swings the first pitch he sees. Fly ball left side, and a jumping catch nearly over the head of the left fielder out there. That's Anthony. He climbs the ladder and ends the inning. But the Indians do get 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. It's 5-4. Indians back with more right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hardwood, Shackelford, and then back to the top of the lineup, and Scruggs due up here for the Niners. It was a 3-spot in the top part of the inning from the Indians, as that pitch looked pretty good but caught a ball. 5-4. North Mississippi leading over Tupelo, as that pitch right down the middle for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Just got a text, or excuse me, not a text, but a message on Twitter asking if I would be here for the games this weekend. That's going to be a hit batter to Hardwood, as I will have prior engagements this weekend, so will not be able to make the games Saturday or Sunday, as there's a junior 49ers game on Sunday. As this will be Reed Shackelford coming to the plate. He flew out to left field in his first at bat. No outs and a runner over at first base. That's Hardwood, who was hit by a pitch. He's listed as the extra hitter in tonight's game. Shackelford looks at that pitch high for a ball. Had a chance to see a couple of former ICC Indians before the game. Caleb Barnes and Delvin Zinn. Good to catch up with those guys. As that pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 now is the count. Of course, Delvin, he's part of the Cubs organization. Caleb looks like he can still go. He's wrapping up school. I believe he said he's going to go into athletic training, exercise science type degree. So always good to see those former ICC guys come back and doing well in life, and proud of those two guys. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 1-2 now is the count. Had a chance to catch up with Coach Larry Harmon, longtime coach, administrator, educator here at Tupelo High School, as well as a longtime 49 supporter as well. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, and that was a beauty. Throws the batter. Shackelford just goes down looking at that one, and so now we go back to the top of the lineup with 1 out and a runner on first base. This is going to be Max Scruggs. Scruggs playing in center field, has played well in center field. Made that long ranging catch we saw earlier in the contest. Trying to find a way to spark the bats here for the Niners. They trail by a run. That ball gets away. Runner will advance to second. So he'll move into scoring position here, ball 1. So for Tupelo, they scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. That was a 2-run home run by J.W. Armstead. The Indians answered back on smart heads-up baseball by Adam Atkins when he scored on a 2-out error after the ball was popped up in front of home plate. Couldn't find it, or couldn't really reel it in. So that made it 2-1. Then the Indians answered back with a run again in the top of the third. That pitch missing outside for a ball. It was Sheffield Anthony who doubled, scored on a sacrifice fly by Gage Harrington, tied us at 2. Tupelo had a pair of runs in the bottom half of the third inning. It was a RBI double by Jack Ketchum, who scored Conor Davis, who was hit by a pitch to start the inning. And then Ketchum came around to score on a single by Zach Gann, and that made it a 4-2 contest. And then the bats woke up for the Indians in the top half of the 4th inning after 4 straight hits. A single, a double, a single, and a single. They put 3 runs on the board, and they now lead it 5-4. It was a Lucas Cartwright single, as that's going to be a walk issued to Scruggs. Scruggs again finding a way on base. That's what he does. And he scored on a single by Church. It was a double by Carnes, who scored on a single by Anthony. And then Church scored on a fielder's choice when Gage Harrington reached with 2 outs in the inning. Curveball just couldn't quite get it up enough, ball 1. So now you've got runners at first and second with 1 out here. And J.W. Armstead at the plate. He would love to have a carbon copy of his first at bat of the day when he blistered a 2-run shot out to left. Pickoff move, and if that wasn't thrown up so high, it might have been a bang-bang play, but runner slides in safely. So 1 ball, no strikes, and 1 out. That pitch drifts high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Armistead. Conor Davis on deck. He's 1 for 1 of the day. Has been caught stealing. Was hit by a pitch and scored a run. Was back in the 3rd. That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count here to J.W. Armistead. Well, right now, if you're in the Niners, you just need guys on the bases here. Trailing by 1 run. And as we said, don't know if that 2-hour time limit is in effect here in the nightcap. And that's going to be back-to-back walks now with 1 out in the inning, and Conor Davis coming to the plate. Davis, the shortstop. Looks like we're going to have a meeting on the mound here, so we'll step away and come back with Davis's at-bat. And welcome back to action. 1 out in the inning. New pitcher here is Drake Douglas. Bases full of Niners here. They trail it 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. This is Davis at the plate. Swings on that first pitch. Fouls it off for strike 1. Big situation that Douglas coming into here. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Well, if you're an Indian fan watching right now, you'd love to see them turn 2, get out of this inning with no damage done. But if you're Tupelo, you're just keep waiting for that big inning. A couple of 2-run innings so far, but haven't been able to really flip that switch as that pitch, misses outside corner. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Bases loaded here for Tupelo. Fastball missing outside. 3-1 now. So 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nowhere to put him. A walk here would tie the ball game at 5. And that's what he did. Borderline pitch not going the way of Douglas there. Some of the Indian fans not getting too vocal about it. Thought it was a good pitch and didn't get the call, so now we're tied at 5. So this is Jack Ketchum, the right fielder, coming up to the plate. He doubled in a run, scored in his first at bat, or excuse me, last at bat. He walked in his first. Looks at that pitch across for a strike. For Tupelo, again, if you're taking that 2-hour game limit in consideration, you got to take advantage of this situation here. 5-5 contest. Bases loaded with 1 out. Stone Collier on deck. That pitch drifts inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. We've got Scruggs at third. He's got speed to score if the ball gets away. That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. It's been 3 straight walks, a hit batter, and a strikeout. So tail of the tape here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This pitch hit but foul, and it's getting out of play. So now the count goes full. Right now, if you're Douglas, you want to find strike 3 to get that second out of the inning, give yourself a little bit of breathing room here. But if you're the Niners, you want to hit something down to the gap, and the outfield could score 2. And that pitch drifts high for a ball. So instead, back-to-back bases loaded walk, the 4th straight walk for the Indians, now has given the lead back to Tupelo as they lead it now 6-5, and this is going to be Stone Collier. Stone, he's due. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball out to center field in his previous at-bat. 1 out. Bases loaded here for Collier. Collier swings on this one and fouls it right back at me. 0-1 is the count. So Collier going to dig in here facing Douglas, who is entering in relief of McGregor. Curveball and a wicked break there again. That one almost had a 2-tier break where it turned and then turned again, and 0-2 now is the count here on Stone. 1 out, bases loaded here for the 49ers. Douglas set to deliver. Fastball, grounder, third baseman. Going to pick up, and does he get one? Throw over is not in time. Are they going to call him out? Yes, it is out. So a fielder's choice does push across a run. So a productive out there as Collier reaches on the fielder's choice. And Tupelo now has answered with a 3 spot of their own here in the bottom half of the 4th. They retake the lead now 7-5. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. And this is Oswalt at the plate. Oswalt swings on the first pitch he sees. Center fielder's going to have to go back in a hurry. Is he going to find it? Yes, he is. Well, it didn't look like he saw it at first, but was able to adjust nicely, get out to center field, and record the out. But the Niners take care of business in another strange stat line, folks. 3 runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. 7-5, Tupelo with the lead. We'll step away and be back with more right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 5th inning. Umpires talked to both head coaches between that inning and maybe checking to see about that 2-hour time limit, as it is in play here. We had a 8:09 first pitch. As that ball in the dirt gets away, nobody on base to do any damage there. Ball 1. This is Adam Atkins, Lucas Cartwright, and Ethan Karn scheduled up here in the top of the 5th. That pitch missing for a ball. Ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. It's Carlock on the hill here for the Niners. .20 is the count. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now goes the count here to Adam Atkins. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Single, scored a run in his first at bat. Struck out swinging to end the 3rd. And ow, fastball runs in off the elbow, and that hurt. I believe he's got protective gear on that elbow. Is the reason why it sounded a little bit louder than it was, but still, that's smarts. And a good job by the home plate umpire. Is quickly bounced out, got in front of him, patted him on the back, and walked him halfway down to first base. Not that he was upset, but getting hit that hard, that tends to smart a little bit. First baseman Gage Davis picks up some dirt and rubs it on the elbow of Atkins. So the two having a pretty good laugh about that one there. Now up is going to be Lucas Cartwright. Cartwright 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored in his previous at bat. Struck out swinging in his first, back in the 2nd. So a runner at first. Tying run now at home here in the top of the 5th. Bunt, can't get it down. Trying to sneak his way on base there. Maybe a sacrifice bunt attempt. So 0-1 after that bunt attempt goes foul. Swung on this one, grounder to first base. He's going to step on the bag. Thought about throwing to second. Wasn't there. So that one basically works in the same thought of a sacrifice bunt, as the runner is able to head over to second. Now with 1 out in the inning, and this should be Ethan Karn coming to the plate. He's the DH. He reached on an error that scored a run, just doubled, and he scored a run as well there. So even though he doesn't get the RBI, he does get credit in a sense for both runs on the board, or 2 runs on the board of the 5 tonight. Breaking pitch, just missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. One ball, no strikes, and 1 out. Runner at second here for the Indians. Hard hit ball out to the left field. Left fielder's going to come in, step into that one, quickly relay it in. Overshoots the cutoff man, but catcher was awake, ready to get it there. So a nice hard hit. His 2nd hit of the day. As Ethan Karns get his name in the box score. And now up is going to be Kyle Church. So Church representing the go-ahead run here in the top of the 5th inning. Tying run is at first. Church 1 for 2 on the day. Had an RBI single and scored a run in his previous at bat. He struck out to end the 2nd in his first. And couldn't find that one there. Swing and a miss for strike 1. This is Carlock on the hill here for the 49ers. Cartwright checks the runner at third, now delivers. That pitch goes high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. Tying run is at first base. Don't be surprised if they put him in motion here to see if they can put him in scoring position. This pitch fouled off. Strike 2. Really didn't look to go, and now we are going to have a change as number 2 will come in to run here. This is Chris Fleming coming in to run in place of the DH Ethan Carnes. So we'll see if they try to put Fleming in motion here with a 1-2 count. He does represent the tying run. Church is at the plate here for the Indians. 7-5. That pitch right down the middle for strike 3. Got him looking. Second time today, Church is going down on strikes. Second out of the inning, and now we go back to the top of the lineup, and here comes trouble in the form of Sheffield Anthony. He is 2 for 3 on the day. He has a double, scored a run, and had an RBI single in his last at bat. And he's been aggressive at the plate. He's swinging on some early pitches and has been productive with those. He did strike out in his first plate appearance of the day. So runners on the corners here. That pitch in the dirt. Ooh, nice job there by Shackelford just to find the glove on that one. He doesn't find that one. A runner easily advances, possibly scores from third. So 1-0 is the count here to Anthony. Anthony lifts one. Left center. It's going to be over the head. Right center. Yeah, left center. I'll get my wherewithals right. 1 run will score. Tying run will come around and score. And a big-time hit there by Sheffield. I said it, folks. Here comes trouble, and Sheffield delivers a 2-run double, and we're tied at 7. They had me all out of sorts there, as it was a hit to left center. The way it was off the bat and the trajectory of it, I thought for a second had a chance to get out of the ballpark, but just kind of got out. Once it got out past the dirt, really started knifing back towards the earth. Thought that was going to be a big-time shot there. It was, as it turns into a 2-run double. We're tied now at 7. The Indians not going quietly into the night. That pitch missing low for a ball. Robertson at the plate. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a strikeout. Flew out to right field for the second out of the 4th inning in his previous at bat. So big inning here again. Big swing and a miss. The Indians put 3 runs on the board in the top of the 4th. The Niners answered with 3 of their own in the bottom half, and the Indians coming back again with 2 here in the top of the 5th. Hard hit ground ball. Second baseman gets in front of it. Throw over is in time, and that will end the inning. 4-3 on the putout for those of you scoring at home. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll step away. 7-7 is the score. Coming back with the bottom of the 5th, where to begin, Davis and Hardwood due up for the Niners. And welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-7 is the score. Zach Gann will start us off here. He is 1 for 2 on the evening. He had an RBI single in his last at bat. Also struck out to end the first. Takes that pitch high for a ball. Some of the Indian faithful thinking that one should have been called a strike. 1-0 is the count here. Gann, Davis, and Harwood due up here. This pitch fouled back over the netting and out of play. 1-1 now is the count. Again, remind you there'll be no broadcast for Saturday and Sunday's games here for the 49ers. I do encourage you to come out to the ballpark. It's a beautiful evening here. And chance to get out and enjoy the outdoors. We do encourage you when you do come to keep those social distancing measures in mind. Hand sanitizer is available. Concessions are available as well. Limited concessions, I should say. 1-2. Pitch coming. That one goes high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, no out here. Zach Gann, the second baseman, at the plate. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Got a bad spot to miss. Gann's chased a few out there that was up in the zone. Couldn't get him to chase one there, so now the count goes full at 3-2. So waiting this payoff pitch here from Douglas. And that one high and inside, ball gets away. Well, that's kind of been the thorn in the side of the Indians tonight. That's their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th walk of the night. They have hit 3 batters as well. So just kind of giving up too many free passes. As now this would be Cade Davis, 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to right field. And was also hit by a pitch. That pitch missing outside for a ball. "1-0 is the count. Fastball in there. Nice job coming back, finding that strike at the knees. Evens at the count now at 1-1. Runner at first. That's Gann, who drew the walk to start the inning. This is Davis at the plate. Harwood is on deck. Waiting the 1-1 offering here. Curveball, beautiful pitch. Jammed at the batter there, and again, a wicked curve. It's got 2 breaking points. It's almost like it just rolls over right as it gets to the batter and finds that strike zone. 1-2 is the count now. And a beautiful pitch there. Set it up perfect after the curveball, off speed, right down the middle. Gets Davis looking at strike 3 for out number 1. And here comes Gabe Harwood. Harwood's had 2 plate appearances. He's walked and has been hit by a pitch. He has scored a run. So he'll dig in with 1 out. And a runner at first. Another nice breaking pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Douglas, fastball and high with it that time, and swing and a miss again. I tell you what, he is doing a beautiful job of being effective with his curveball, and when you can go to your curveball for strikes consistently like he's had, that really helps you kind of mix things up here and can throw some heat out of the zone, and guys have been chasing some of that. 0-2 now is the count. That pitch fouled back. Good job on the part of Harwood to find a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive. 0-2 is the count. 1 out, and Gann over at first base. So awaiting the 0-2 count here with 1 out. Breaking pitch, missing outside, and barely missing outside. So Harwood will dig back in now with a 1-2 count. Runner at first and one out here in the bottom of the fifth. 7-7 is your score. That one right off the small part of the barrel there. Good job by Gabe to find that one and foul it off and keep the at-bat alive here. 1-2 is the count. Snap throw over to first, not in time. Gann kind of jammed himself when he slid back into first and pops up, but don't think he realized he was that close to the bag when he slid back in. Slides in safely. 1-2 is the count here. Curveball, swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Runner's going to go. And they're going to say first base was not open when he swung. Ball got away, so the runner will advance into scoring position. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Douglas. So 2 outs in the inning. And this is going to be Shackelford coming to the plate. Runner in scoring position here. 7-7 contest. If they are going by that 2-hour limit, this could be your final inning of the game here. So can you find some 2-out hitting with the winning run at second? Shackelford looks at a fastball across for a strike. Douglas just pumped a little extra gas in that one, zips it across for strike one. Oh, 1 is the count. Go ahead and run, possibly winning run. It's that second curveball. Bottoms out just a little bit too soon. 1-1 now is the count here to Shackelford. If Shackelford were to reach, we'll go back to the top of the lineup in Scruggs. That pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time. Good job by Willard to keep that one in front of him and keep the runner at second. So 2-1 now is the count, 2 outs. 7-7 contest here in the bottom of the fifth. Reed Shackelford at the plate. Shackelford looks at that pitch outside for a ball. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking, flew out on a hard hit ball to left field. Just the left fielder playing back enough, was in the right spot at the right time to make the play. 3-1 now goes the count here to Shackelford. Runner at second. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth, 7-7 contest. This pitch popped back and out of play. Now the count goes full. He wanted that one. Just couldn't quite put the barrel on the ball that time. Pretty good gap out there in left center. Left fielder kind of playing a little bit more down the line than, say, the right fielder. That pitch goes high for a ball. Second walk of the inning here, and now up will be Scruggs. Scruggs has walked twice today, reached on a fielder's choice. We're going to have a runner coming into this situation. And again, they don't have those full numbers on the back of the jersey, so difficult to pick up who that is for the Niners. So maybe they're not playing the 2-hour time limit if they're checking in a runner in that situation. Is that pitch across to Scruggs for a strike? "7-7 is your score. Max Scruggs looking for his first hit of the day. As we said, has walked twice, scored twice. That ball in the dirt, and again, Willard just using every inch of his body to block that one up. It thought it was going to hit short and bounce short. It bounced high, raised his head, and kind of blocked it with his mask that time. So if you're Douglas, you tip your cap and tell him thank you. 1-1 now is the count. 2 outs here in the inning. Runners at first and second. 7-7 contest here in the bottom of the fifth. Curveball missing outside. 2-1 now is the count. Scruggs playing in center field. 7-7 contest, runner in scoring position. There is a guy over at first base as well with 2 outs. Big swing and a miss there. Actually fouled it off. 2-2 now is the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runners on first and second here for the Niners. Bottom of the 5th of a 7-7 contest. Douglas trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. Curveball just outside. Ball 3. Another one of those pitches that the Indian fans wanted for a strike. I do think that was a correct call, as it kind of had too much of a sharp break outside on the plate that time. 3-2 now goes the count. Payoff pitch coming. Runners will be in motion. There they go. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Big time strikeout there for Douglas to get out of the small jam. We'll see if they'll play on or if that's going to be ball game. And looks like we're going to play on here as we'll head to the 6th. 7-7 is your score. Back with more right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the top of the 6th inning. To be Luke Willard, Gage Harrington, and J.R. Carnes due up here for the Indians. Is that pitch missing low for a ball? Willard has had 3 plate appearances today, has walked twice and been hit by a pitch, and fouls that one off for a strike. So Willard at the plate. Digs in, waits the pitch here. Fastball missing low for a ball. It's like 21 maybe taking over now. pitching for the Niners. Again, got those small numbers, difficult to read. It is. That's Max Scruggs, if that is who's pitching now. 3-1 is the count here to Willard. And again, Willard earns his way on base with his 3rd walk of the day. He's been on base all 4 at bats, 3 walks and 1 hit batter. And now this will be Gage Harrington. Harrington reached on a fielder's choice but drove in a run on his previous at bat. Had a sacrifice fly out to center field that drove in a run and then grounded out to second. We'll see if they might be trying to make a change here with the runners. No, they're going to keep the runner. The way he was kind of looking back at the dugout, thought they might be thinking about making a change, but they didn't. So this is Harrington, 0 for 2 in the game. As I said, he does have a sacrifice fly. And he's hit by the pitch. Now they said he went on the swing. So insult to injury there after taking that one. They say he completed the swing there, so that'll go for a strike. He might have took that off the fist that time. So the umpire will give him a little extra time to kind of shake that one off. 0-1 is the count here to Gage. Runner at first base, that's Willard. Willard's been impressive tonight behind the plate and has been very patient at the plate. Reached all 4 times. This pitch fouled off the netting. Strike 2. Oh-2 is the count. Awaiting the pitch. This one fouled out of play over the net and towards the road. And we'll stay at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and a runner over at first base. That's Willard. 0-2 side-on delivery, there for a strike. Nice change of pace that time from Scruggs. Got him chasing one as he was ahead of that one. And out number 1, and now this will bring up Carnes. I don't believe that's Carnes. That is going to be number 19. And don't have a 19 on here. So a new batter in the game either way. Runner at first with 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 7-7 contest. Fastball in there for a strike. He just reached back in his hip pocket and zipped that one across. 0-2 now is the count. Willard takes a small lead over at first. Scruggs checks him now, set to deliver. That pitch got away from him, high and inside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That is the situation here in the 7-7 contest in the top of the 6th between the North Mississippi Indians and the Tupelo 49ers. Off speed, inside, but a little bit too much inside for the umpire's liking. Here, a few of the 49er fans thinking that one should have been called a strike. 2-2, though, is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first. This pitch fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2. Large part of the crowd sticking around tonight. A few people starting to edge out. See, coach. Big swing and a miss there for strike 3. So the second out of the inning. So now 2 away and a runner at first base. Scheduled up is Atkins. And that's who it's going to be. Adam Atkins coming to the plate. He singled back in the second inning and scored a run. He struck out, been hit by a pitch. He also scored a run after being hit by a pitch in his previous at bat. Ball gets away. Runner will head over to second without a throw. So go ahead run. Over in scoring position now. So 1-0 is the count. Pitch inside for a ball, 2-0. Adam Atkins said does have 2 runs scored tonight. He did strike out swinging to end the third. Facing Scruggs here, who gives a nod, finds a pitch he likes, and gets set to deliver. Fastball fouled right back. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runner at second here in the top of the 6th inning. This pitch foul back out of play. 2-2 now is the count. So Atkins battling here, trying to find a wind of battle. Tupelo, though, trying to get out of this small jam with the runner at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Scruggs getting set to deliver to Atkins. Fastball missing low. Scruggs, he had pretty good control of that fastball when he puts a little extra on it earlier. That one just a little bit too low for the umpire's liking, as now the count goes full, 3-2. So waiting the payoff pitch here. Runner at second. Swung on and missed. Big time strikeout there for Scruggs. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up, J.W. Armistead, Conor Davis, and Jack Ketchum when we come back with 49er Baseball here on YouTube. And welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-7 is your score here in the nightcap between North Mississippi and the Tupelo 49ers. Curveball missing for a ball, as this is J.W. Armistead at the plate. Drake Douglas still on the hill here for the Indians. That breaking pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-0 now is the count. Armistead, Davis, and Ketchum due up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Big healthy swing there. Nice location on that pitch just off the plate. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on as JW is leading us off here. Beautiful curveball, and I'll tell you what, the 49ers have not been able to pick up on his breaking pitches from Douglas, and he is locating them well. And when he gets that breaking pitch over for strikes, he usually comes back with a fastball out of the zone. We'll see what he does here. That was the case there, but a good job by Armistead to hold off on that one as the count evens up now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out, nobody on here as JW is leading us off in the bottom of the 6th. That pitch outside corner, but called a strike. Thought it was a ball there, but instead gets him looking. And I'll tell you, when you get that curveball and you can paint those corners on the outside like Douglas has been doing, you get those calls, and it was a beautiful call there. And I believe it was the correct call as well, as that one goes down for a strike, 1 away now. Back-to-back strikeouts. He has struck out 4 of his last 6 batters. Has Douglas in this contest. So with 1 out now, this is going to be Conor Davis. Davis fouls this one back out of play. 1-1 now goes the count here to Davis. Davis is 1 for 1. He was picked off trying to steal second. He was hit by a pitch, scored a run, walked with bases loaded, so he pushed across an RBI in that situation as well. So 1 ball, 1 strike is the situation. 1 out, nobody on. That pitch low and in the dirt for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So what in the 2-1 offering here? Fastball blistered. Third baseman couldn't find it, and that'd go for a base hit. Davis thought about going for 2, but a nice job by the left fielder quickly getting that one in. So his 2nd hit of the day there for Conor Davis. And now that'll bring up Jack Ketchum. So Ketchum, who had an RBI double, he's also walked twice, one of those walks with the bases loaded. So he does have 2 RBIs on the day and has scored a run. Davis, the shortstop, pretty good speed over there at first base, but this pitch fouled back for strike 1. Neither team have been aggressive on the base paths late in the contest. We'll see if somebody kind of rolls the dice here late to see if they can get a runner in scoring position. And the Indians did so the last inning after a ball got away from the catcher. Curveball is there for a strike again. Again, Douglas has been deadly with that breaking pitch, and he has been locating for strikes. And if you get a pitcher that can throw a curveball for strikes, it makes for an easy night if you're in the infield. 0-2 is the count. Catcher sets up way outside that time. And one of the North Mississippi fans wanted that for strike 3. You can't get that one. That was in the other batter's box as the catcher set up way outside to start with there. 1-2 now is the count. Breaking ball in the dirt. Runner's going to go. Throw down is not in time. That was a bang-bang play there as Davis didn't get a good jump on it, was able to accelerate and get there in a hurry. Great job there by Luke Willard to find it and quickly get it down to second to make it an interesting play there. So now, runner in scoring position here with 1 out. 2-2 is the count. Fastball fouled back, out of play. There was some traffic going by, but didn't hear any oohs and ahs out of the crowd, so apparently didn't hit any traffic. So we'll stay at a 2-2 count here on Jack Ketchum. Runner takes a small lead at second, now goes. Breaking pitch inside, and the runner will get to third. 3-2 now is the count here to Ketchum. Picked a great pitch to run on that time, as it was a curveball that didn't break that much, was high and inside to the batter, so really no chance to even make a throw at third base. So the stolen base now by Davis moves him closer to scoring here. 3-2 pitch coming. Fastball fouled back. Good job finding a piece of that one by Ketchum. As he fouls it back to keep the at-bat alive here. Home plate umpire, as I said, I think the paint did not quite dry quick enough on home plate and got dirty early. So he have had to do a lot of cleaning duty tonight. 3-2 count. Ketchum with a runner at third and one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the ball gets away. Borderline pitch, not going the way of Douglas that time. And so now runners will be on the corners. Third walk of the night. And now this will bring Stone Collier to the plate here for the Niners. And we're going to have a quick little trip out to the mound here, and catcher's going to head towards the dugout to talk to the other coach. Don't know if they've got somebody loose ready to come in or what's going to be the situation. They've got runners at first and third, one out in the inning, and Stone Collier coming to the plate. Collier reached on a fielder's choice in his previous at bat. He's 0 for 3. He is struck out and flew out to center field. So basically making sure pitcher knows the situation here. Infield is back in this situation. You got a speedy Conor Davis at third, keeping the runner on at first. I don't know if you might not try to squeeze a bunt down the first baseline here. As Collier swings away there at the first pitch, fouls it back for strike one. If you were ever going to try to lay down a surprise bunt, this would be the situation here with one out in the inning, but they're going to swing away. Runner at first base now. First baseman coming off the bag. Breaking pitch. Low at the knees, called a strike. 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Now the infield coming in on the grass a little bit, or at least the corners coming in on the grass. Collier going to have to choke up and protect the plate here. Runners on the corners for the Niners. 7-7 contest, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Breaking pitch. Maybe a makeup after that last one. The last one didn't look much like a strike. That one, pretty good pitch there. Called a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Runner goes to second on that pitch. So 1-2 now is the count here to Collier. Stone says he checked his swing to the home plate umpire. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third here for the Niners. 7-7 contest in the bottom of the 6th. Back and forth we've gone all evening here between the North Mississippi Indians and the Tupelo 49ers. That pitch outside for a ball. Good eye on the part of Collier that time. As Douglas has gotten that pitch over a few times for a strike, but that one in the dirt. 3-2 now is the count. Oswalt on deck. Waiting the 3-2 pitch here to Collier. And Collier pops one up left side. Left fielder's going to go back. Could be deep enough to score a run. They are going to get the throw in from left field. It's going to be up the line, and that's going to go for a sacrifice fly. Throw down to third isn't in time. No, did not. I never saw a signal from the infield umpire. So they're going to say it did not get him. So that will work as a sacrifice fly there for Collier. It will go for an RBI that scores Davis. And so now it is 8-7. Tupelo with the lead after that sacrifice fly out to left field. Runner is at third with 2 outs in the inning. And that may be it for Douglas. And it appears so. Douglas will be taking the exit here. We'll step away. Tupelo retakes the lead 8-7 here in the bottom of the sixth with 2 outs. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher in the game here is Kyle Church. As Stone Collier gets a sac fly out to left field to give the 49ers an 8-7 lead here with 2 outs in the inning. Oswalt will welcome Church to the contest as this pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Well, that's the beauty of American Legion baseball. You just play until you get tired. There was a 2-hour limit on the game. We were tied after 2 hours surpassed, so we thought maybe the next team to score wins. Nope, we're going to play all 7, it appears, as that pitch across for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Oswald. Fastball high. 1-2 is the count. Not a bad spot to miss. Oswald, an aggressive batter. If you throw one out of the zone there with the 0-2 count, see if you can get him to chase a cheap strikeout there, but was able to hold off on it. Off-speed pitch popped up right side. If it stays in play, this could be trouble. First baseman going over and snags it for the out. Nicely done there by Kyle Church to come in and end the inning. So for the Niners, it was 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 7th here from Tupelo. 49ers lead it 8-7. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Lucas Cartwright, Ethan Carnes, and Kyle Church due up here as that pitch missing high for a ball. Scruggs still on the hill here for the Niners. We're in the top of the 7th. Traditionally, this is when games end. That one's going to be booted over there. A hard hit ball, but it'll be an E6 there. That puts Cartwright on. But as we said, this game originally started with a 2-hour time limit. Well, we've easily surpassed that, so we thought the next team to score would win. Nope, that's not the case. And now we're in the top of the 7th. So now Ethan Carnes, the DH, coming to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day. A double, a single, 2 runs scored. And he's also reached on an error. That pitch missing low for a ball. Fans getting their money's worth this afternoon. A beautiful day for baseball. Even better evening here to sit outside and enjoy some baseball. 1-0 is the count. Fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. The count with no outs and a runner over at first base. 1-1. Scruggs getting set. Shakes off a couple pitches, now ready to go. Fastball outside, gets away in the runner. Will head to second. Tying run now in scoring position. Now he's going to try to go to 3. Throw down to third, not in time. And, well, he made him throw it. He thought he was being a little lazy getting back to the ball. You never know. Catch a catcher by surprise like that, and he could end up airmailing it out to left field. But didn't get that there and quickly scampers back to second. No outs. Tying run now at second base. This is Carnes. Carnes hits that pitch high for a ball. Again, another full day of baseball starting at 10:30 in the morning. Be a quick turnaround for this North Mississippi squad as they'll take on Pontotoc at 10:30. Then it'll be back-to-back games between Tuscaloosa and the Tupelo 49ers. No broadcast will be available for those games. As this pitch fouled off, that goes for a strike. As I said, this is just one of those classic American Legion games. It gets deep into the night. A lot of runs put on the board. And no end in sight. Tying run at second, top of the 7th. Scruggs. Fastball fouled back. 3-2. So count goes full. Runner at second. Ethan Carnes, the DH, at the plate. Big swing and a miss there. Nice job coming back with the high fastball. A little bit out of the zone. Swung it on and missed there. New batter coming in here in this situation. Cam Deaton. Deaton coming to the plate for his first plate appearance of the night with 1 out and a runner at second. Deaton, first time I've seen him bat in any games I've covered of the Indians this season. Stands in, takes that pitch high and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count here. Scruggs on the hill. That fastball high. Scruggs kind of patted himself saying that's on me. Apparently just let that one drift up on him a little bit. 2-0 now is the count here to Deaton. Two balls, no strikes, 1 out and a runner at second. That ball gets away and now the tying run's going to head to third. So big time play there for the Indians. Now the tying run. Sitting at third base, 8-7 with one out in the inning here. 3-0 is the count to Deaton. I don't know, in this situation, you just don't go ahead and put him on. See if he can take some chances with trying to return two. And, ooh, that is not a 10:48 at night strike there. Does that one look to be, or I should say it is a 10:48 at night strike, because that one nearly hit him that time. 3-1 now is the count. And that one's caught a ball, so we'll head down and get a walk here with runners on the corners. This guy's been a tough out tonight. Sheffield Anthony, left fielder. He's doubled twice. He has a single. He's driven in 3 runs. He scored a run, and he struck out in his first at bat. So shook that off in a hurry, and is 3 for 4 in the night with a pair of extra base hits, and he also has a run scored. Took a healthy chop at the first one there. Comes up empty, 0-1. Tying run at third base with one out here. Deaton is at first after drawing the walk. See if the Indians get greedy here and try to take this double play. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to take it out of play here. And no throw as that pitch missing on the outside. Smart base running decision there by the Indians to take the double play out of play. So now both runners in scoring position with a 1-1 count here to Sheffield Anthony. Scruggs getting set to deliver. Ball in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time. Keeps the runners put at second and third, and now the count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Tying runners at third, go ahead and run at second. Here in the top of the 7th, 8-7, Tupelo with the lead here. Fastball popped up. It's going to get back and out of play. It'll even us up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Maybe a little miscommunication on that pitch there. Catcher wanting to come out and talk to his pitcher, make sure everybody's on the same page here. Eerily quiet baseball field for an 8-7 game and the tying run at third. Two is the count, 1 out. Sheffield Anthony at the plate. And he's hit. So now bases will be loaded here. This will be Robertson coming to the plate. And we'll have a quick trip out to the mound here. We'll take a break and be back with more. Bases loaded, 1 out. 8-7, Tupelo with the lead. And welcome back to action. No change here as Scruggs stays on the hill. Bases loaded with 1 out in the inning here, and Robertson at the plate. He is 1 for 4 on the day with a single, a strikeout. Takes that first pitch for a strike. He's flown out to right field and also has grounded out to second. Well, if you're a Tupelo fan, you would love to see him duplicate his previous at-bat with that ground out to second. See if he can roll 2 to call it a night. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Bases full of Indians. We're in the top of the 7th of an 8-7 contest. Line drive, and it gets past the second baseman. We've got a tie game. Oh, the right fielder loses the ball, and now that's going to send the go-ahead run home. Big time hit there and a miscue. Is that a go for a single advance on the error? A couple of errors going to haunt the Niners here late in the contest as heads-up base running there as the right fielder couldn't find the ball. Gambled, sent him home, and it paid off. 9-8 now. Indians with the lead, and Niners still looking to get out of the inning here. Runners on the corners for North Mississippi. That pitch outside, runner's going to take second. So we talked about Tupelo trying to find that big inning and get that merry-go-round spinning. Well, the Indians want to do that here, see if they can pick up some more insurance runs after taking this one-run lead here, 9-8 now in the top of the seventh. That pitch goes high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Don't see anybody getting loose in the bullpen here for the Niners. Runners on second and third. 2-0 is the count. 9-8 is the score. As that pitch across for a strike. As this is Luke Willard. Well, his on base percentage is through the roof today. He's been to the plate 4 times. He's walked 3 and been hit by a pitch. 2-1 now is the count. And you got to say he went. See, tried to stop, but his momentum carried him through that time. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third here for the Indians. They scored 2. They lead it now 9-8 here in the top of the 7th. Scruggs steps off and wants to reset here. As this is Willard at the plate. He's been active behind home plate tonight. It's been busy, but it's been solid. Ball blocked up. Runners can't advance. 3-2 now is the count. So count goes full. Will Willard do it for a 4th time today and draw a walk? We'll see. Very patient at the plate. And he will. Well, find a way to get on. That's what the name of the game is, and he's done it 5 times today. He's walked 4 and been hit by a pitch. As this is number 1, Peyton Woods, coming to the plate. Woods is typically ran this afternoon for the catcher Willard, but not doing that right now as he's getting his first at bat of the evening. 0-1 is the count. Scruggs looks like he's just gotten tired of playing and loaded up 2 quick fastballs, throws them in there for a strike. Quickly ahead in the count now, 0-2. So waiting the 0-2 pitch coming up here. Fastball, don't know where that one missed. Even Woods thought that was strike 3 as he started walking towards, well, he did call it a strike, so he said he went. I think that's the infield umpire helping out his buddy there, because he didn't really go on the swing there, but that was easily a strike 3 call. And the reason why I say that's easily a strike 3 call, 1, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's one of those, if Gore's behind the plate, as long as you don't throw it in the dugout, it's a strike. So 1-0 is the count now, as this is number 19. We don't have a name on number 19. So he struck out swinging in his first at bat. 2-0 now is the count. Bases still full of Indians here with 2 outs. Ball low, blocked up nicely. That one gets away, it easily scores a run, but now 3-0 is the count here. So if you're Scruggs, got to be careful, but you got to come with a strike. Don't want to give that easy pass with bases loaded here. And he does, taking the whole way that time, and I don't know if you just take again here. See if the red light stays on with bases loaded in 3-1 count with 2 outs in the inning. No, it does not, and there's a little flare out to the right side. That's going to score 1. Are they going to try 2? Yes, they are. Throw is going to be cut off, and again, clutch hitting. As that's going to be a 2-run single there. Big time hit there. As is now 11-8, a 4 spot on the board. And this is going to bring up Adam Atkins to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day. He singled. He scored a couple of runs. He was hit by a pitch and then struck out twice. And that may do it for Scruggs, as there's 2 outs in the inning. Looks like we may have a pitching change. We'll step away. India's lead 11-8. And welcome back now. New pitcher in the game here for the Niners is going to be Armistead. So Armistead, the 4th pitcher of the game here for Tupelo. 8th overall tonight for both teams. Is that pitch missing low for a ball. 4 spot. 4 in the top of the 7th. You had 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 4th, and back-to-back solo runs in the 2nd and 3rd. That's the scoring line so far for the Indians. For the Niners, it's been 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And they'll have the at-bat coming up in the bottom half of the 7th. That pitch missing low for a ball, and Armistead struggling here to locate early on. Runners on 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. 3-0 is the count. Adam Atkins, Gary Sheffield-like at bat as he's very active, swinging the bat around before the pitcher goes into his motion, as that's ball 4. He draws the walk, and bases are loaded again. And so this will be Lucas Cartwright coming to the plate, as the Indians have batted around this inning. He started us off, he reached on an error, swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls that one off, and first base coach tried to make a play on the ball but bobbled it. Coach. So 0-1 is the count. That Coach Collier sitting up next to me, he has probably got a career fielding percentage of north of 1,000 over there at third base. Actually, I noticed last few years there's been some plays that he can make on the ball, but like me has opted not to stick that hand out after it. So 0-2 is coming. That one missing high for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. I'll tell you why I stopped doing it. I was covering a softball game. It was either at DeSoto Central or maybe South Haven, and it was cold outside, and line drive come right at me. I was inside the fence taking photos back in my newspaper days, as there's a line drive out to the right side. Well, I stick my hand out and I catch the ball. I'm like, there you go, barehanded catch. Flip it back to myself, throw it back to the pitcher. I'm feeling good. I'm driving home, get about to Holly Springs, and it feels like somebody shoots me in the hand. Well, it turns out the ball hit me right on the top of my thumb and jammed it square into my hand, broke my thumb, but it was so cold I couldn't feel it until I got back in the vehicle. There's strike 3, as I just grossed everybody out listening to the broadcast. 11-8 is your score. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Back with more right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Gamm will lead things off here as curveball hangs up a little bit too high for a ball. 4 runs in the top of the 7th has given the Indians an 11-8 lead. So down to their final 3 outs of the night here are the 49ers, as it'll be Cade Davis and Gabe Hardwood scheduled up here. 2-0 is the count here to Gann. Puts a pop on that one, and it gets through. A little CNI single that time. Tough play, and takes a big turn. Thought about going to second, but the left fielder doing his job, backing his guys up. Second hit of the day is Gann now, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. He does have an RBI and a walk. So a positive start there to the inning. I believe this is Cade Davis coming to the plate now. Breaking ball is a beautiful pitch. It just slid right in there for a strike, 0-1. Well, Davis for sure looks the role of a baseball player. He's a big old boy. Could play linebacker as well. 0-1 is the count. Another breaking pitch. Davis upset with himself there. He knew he let one get away. 0-2 is the count. Well, the Indians have had a lot of pitchers tonight that likes to throw breaking pitches. Some of them are slow breaks. Some of them got multiple breaks. And it's kept the Indians on their heels tonight as that fastball missing low. Not a bad spot to miss after throwing 2 strikes with some action on it. 1-2 now is the count. And the off-speed pitch there gets him swinging ahead of that one. And that'll be the second time this evening that Davis goes down on strikes. And now it will be Harwood. So Harwood will come to the plate with one out and a runner at first. 11-8 is the score in favor of the Indians. They're located in Amory. They're called the North Mississippi Indians. Another curveball in there for a strike. Well, you just got to adjust to it, and that's one thing the Niners have not done today, is adjust to these breaking pitches, and the Indians have done well throwing them for strikes. Fastball hard hit, and that should get through the gap. No shortstop is there. Tries to go to second, but then throws it away. He probably would have been safe anyway, so he's able to take third on the throw. I'm going to give a single to Harwood in that situation. We'll have a runner coming in here. So now the tying run coming to the plate, and Reed Shackelford. Well, playing in the MACJC, we always say, call it crazy and it happened. Well, in American Legion Baseball, call it crazy and it happened twice. As we're in the bottom of the seventh, tying run at the plate here as that pitch looked good, but up for the umpire's liking there for a ball. Tying run at the plate, 11-8 is the score. Ball in the dirt, runner goes to eliminate that double play opportunity there. So 2-0 now is the count. So this is Reed Shackelford, man. He needs to find a way on here if you're a Niners fan. You come back to the top of the lineup. That pitch missing low for a ball. 3-0 now is the count. Now you're starting to hear the crowd get into it a little bit more, as business is starting to pick up here in the bottom of the seventh. 11-8 is the score. Taking the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count here to Shackelford. So waiting the 3-1 offering. Curveball in there, taking the whole way that time as well. Interesting going with that curveball, that little slurve, if you will. 3-2. Grounder. Shortstop gets it, only one play, that's over to first. Throws it away, pulls him off the bag. E6. Well, the throw was low and pulled the first baseman off the bag. A run scores. And we go back to the top of the lineup here with Max Scruggs and the tying run at third base. So the tying run at first now with one out. I mean, it's no secret in the ballpark right now. Tupelo is going to send him at the first opportunity he gets to eliminate the double play chance here. Scruggs at the plate. He does represent the game-winning run. Blisters one. Second baseman slides down and gets it. Only one play over to first, and it's in time for the out, and the run scores. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. We've got another interesting one brewing here. 4-3 with two outs in the inning. And the guy that hit a two-run home run back in the first inning could set himself up to get the win here if he could do it again. But the tying run at second. Right now, if you're a Niner fan, that's all you care about. 11-10 is the score with two outs. Armistead at the plate. Curveball up high for a ball. This is number 6. pitching, and that's Lucas Cartwright. And jammed him, and that's going to do it. The Indians score 4 and get out of a heck of a jam there in the bottom of the 7th to pick up the win. Cartwright gets the save. 11-10, your final score here. Nice job by the Indians to pick up the win. They've got a quick turnaround. They'll play again tomorrow at 10:30. Tupelo will play at 1:30 and 3:30 against Tuscaloosa. This has been Adam Gore with 49er Baseball here on YouTube. We'll see you in a couple of weeks with our next broadcast of Tupelo 49er Baseball.